Good morning. I am Vickie O'Doherty, a member of the worship committee for UU Catskills. Our minister is the Reverend Bob Janice Dillon. We welcome friends, guests, and members to our online service. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. At UU Catskills, we are a welcoming congregation for the LGBTQ community. We affirm that Black Lives Matter. We are a congregational affiliate of the Ulster Immigrant Defense Network, and we are active voices in the effort to address climate change. Here at UU Catskills, we have community circle groups who meet monthly, either via Zoom or in person at outdoor settings when the weather permits. Members of the groups live in the same geographical area. You are invited to join them by contacting the office. The contact information for our minister, leadership, and the office are on the listing that appears on your screen now. Unitarian Universalism is a liberal religious faith that carries no creed and welcomes all seekers. We are guided by 7 principles and 6 sources that encompass the many ways that we come to know and understand the world, the universe, and the divine. If you are new, we encourage you to visit our website at uucatskills.org. If you would like to be added to our mailing list, please give us your email in the chat box or online at uucatskills.org. I remind you, those of you who are joining us online, that during the service, you're encouraged to stay muted. I have a few announcements. Be sure to read our latest newsletter for the upcoming activities at UU Catskills. Some of the following information is available in the most recent weekly update. On Sundays, our grief support group meets at 7 p.m. If you're interested, please call the office. On Tuesday, January 18th, the Climate Action Team will meet via Zoom at 5 p.m. On Wednesday, January 19th, the Board of Trustees will meet at 11 a.m. On Thursday, January 20th at 7 p.m., join us for bedtime stories and more. It's a peaceful, joyful time of connection. Children and youth of all ages are welcome. See the weekly update for Zoom links and visit uucatskills.org for the Zoom links for other events. After the service today, we invite you to join us online to participate in one of our breakout rooms where we meet to have virtual coffee and socialize. Visitors are welcome. Many of the people who give their time for the service are listed on the screen right now. Our music today is performed by Catherine Catabiani and Constance Rudd. And thanks also to Jenny O'Grady-Giddy, Tom Hackett, and Don Critchell for their technical support. After the service, we invite you to stay and join one of our breakout rooms where we meet to have virtual coffee and socialize. Visitors are welcome. So welcome to UU Catskills. Let us join together in creating a sacred space for our worship to get worship together. Our prelude music today is Lament in Tremolo Form by Lorindo Almeida, and it's performed by Catherine Catabiani. Thank you, Catherine. You have a chalice. Please light it as I light mine. And join me in our chalice lighting words, which will be on the screen. We light this chalice in grateful, loving community. Even in the darkest of times, may its flame light pass to courage, justice, and hope. And join us in the unison affirmation. May we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love to all living beings. May we know once again that we are not isolated, but connected in wonder and joy to mystery and miracle in the universe, in this community, and in each other. Our climate change words today are from the book, All We Can Save, Truth, Courage, and Solutions for the Climate Crisis by Dr. Ayanna Elizabeth Johnson and Catherine K. Wilkinson. And the excerpt is called Notes from a Climate Victory Garden by Louise Maher Johnson.
Rebalance.
Greenhouse gases with photosynthesis.
Recognize.
Plants cool by evaporation, ground cover, shade, and precipitation.
Replant.
Lawns with victory gardens, as in World War past.
Regenerate.
Biodiverse farms with trees, flowers, herbs, pasture, animals.
Restore.
Carbon out of air and back into soils where it belongs.
Replace.
Industrial monocultures with regenerative permacultures.
Revisit.
Food production by many small farms, not a few mega farms.
Reject.
Fossil fuel-based pesticides, plastics, and propaganda.
Rethink.
Healthy ecosystems and economies for all life.
Relocalize.
Slow food, slow lifestyles, and slow economies.
Rekindle.
Simple and good, nature and nurture, feeling over thinking.
Refeel.
Kinship with pivoting sunflowers and starry fireflies.
Revive.
Wildness, woodlands, wetlands, wildlife, waterways.
Reestablish.
Health of bees, butterflies, birds, bats, beetles.
Respect.
Work of insects, both pollinating and recomposing life.
Remember.
Everything is connected. Everyone lives downstream and downwind.
Reimagine.
Deep conservation, cooperation, and community.
Rebalance.
Nature knows. Mimic her, sense her, be her. Thank you, Don.
Welcome.
The opening words are titled Intentions and Trust, and they're by Amy Lloyd. Today, I want to greet joy without a trace of suspicion. I want to open my eyes to the light without a blink of dread. I want to look at my past without a whisper of shame. I want to look at my future without a hint of fear. Today, I want to dance without pausing to think. I want to belly laugh without caring who hears. I want to open my arms and twirl in the sun until I fall breathless, free to be myself, full of the joy that I open to allow, completely letting go of, without even a smudge of suspicion or a wink of hesitation. That's my intention. It's what I want. And with these words, let us enter a sacred place together. Please join in singing hymn number 1024, When the Spirit Says Do. The words will be on your screen. So our story today is for children and those who are not children also, is called The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires.
The Most Magnificent Thing, written by Ashley Spires, creatively read by Miss Jill. This book is written for all the little perfectionists of the world. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, and they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look, and she knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time, so easy peasy. First things first, she hires an assistant. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way to work. The girl tinkers, hammers, and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she's finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side, and her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kinda sorta okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she's finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with its paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She even adds antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. And she gets mad. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together, and she pummels little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of the not right things. If only the thing would just work. Crunch. The pain starts in her finger, but it rushes up to her brain, and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. No good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. It's not much help at first. But before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing that she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one and the shape of another. the wheels to seat ratio of the next. Yes, they are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully, slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, and painting. Her assistant makes sure there's no distractions. Yeah, this is perfect thing for warding off them bears. Ah, this will stop the leaks. I wonder if I can have it. Ew, this one's all wet. The afternoon turns into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. The pair take a good, long look. It leans a little to the left and is a bit heavier than expected. The colors could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. The end. If you want to be kept up to date when I post more books, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Click that notification bell.
Jenny, can you spotlight me? Okay, words of meditation and contemplation are from Sacred Paths by Linda Susan Ulrich. Rivers and streams follow their own courses, but the water molecules are indistinguishable. No one would confuse a candle flame for lava. Yet in each, the fire dances. An invisible force both knocks down trees and holds birds aloft. The air remains indifferent to its uses. Diamond, desert, Denali, and dirt each tell their different stories, all with the earth as the protagonist. Whatever our sacred paths, whatever our beliefs and practices, however we gather in community, we all honor the spirit of life, the spirit of compassion, the spirit of justice, the spirit of love. How many stars are in the sky? All of them. Blessed be. Please take a moment to pause and be still.
And you'll be
Blessed be. Half plate donations for January 2022 will go to the environmental group Riverkeeper. Riverkeeper is a member-supported watchdog organization dedicated to protecting and restoring the Hudson River from source to sea and safeguarding drinking water supplies through advocacy rooted in community partnerships, science, and law. You will see on the screen that there are several ways to contribute to UU Catskills for our plate this morning. You may donate by texting to the number given or by going online to uucatskills.org or by using the phone app, Give Plus. You can also mail your donations to the office address, which is also on the screen. For our offertory today, we have Constance performing the song A Garden of My Own by Patricia Mckernan.
Thank you. There's a place where dreams are gathered. There's a soil where seeds are sown. There's a light beyond the shadows where truths are known. In this light, I reach for heaven. In this soil, I root my soul. In this place, I have a garden of my own. Time was, I was up at dawn and eager for the field. Time was, I was welded to the plow. Time was, I could work as hard as flesh and bone allow, till the glory of the harvest was revealed. There's a place where dreams are gathered. There's a soil where seeds are sown. There's a light beyond the shadows where truths are known. In this light, I reach for heaven. In this soil, I root my soul. In this place, I have a garden of my own. These days, I am on my knees with flowers in my hands. These days, I refuse to plant in rows. These days, I can feel a seedling tremble as it grows, and the heartland deep within me understands. There's a place where dreams are gathered. There's a soil where seeds are sown. There's a light beyond the shadows where truths are known. In this light, I reach for heaven. In this soil, I root my soul. In this place, I have a garden of my own. Who knows whether time and quiet faith bring something new? Who knows if I learn to improvise? Who knows if a flower never seen before will rise, and the world will be the richer for its hue? There's There's a place where dreams are gathered. There's a soil where seeds are sown. There's a light beyond the shadows where truths are known. In this light, I reach for heaven. In this soil, I root my soul. In this place, I have a garden of my own. In this place, I have a garden of my own.
Thank you, Constance. Today's sermon, with our intentions aligned, is offered by the Reverend Julie Stoneberg, who is the minister of the Unitarian Fellowship of Peterborough in Ontario, Canada. We get these sermons via a program called Soul Matters that we participate in. Soul Matters, that's what I mean. So, I promise. So be it. Please join in singing hymn number 6, Just As Long As I Have Breath. Words will be on your screen.
Just as long as I have breath, I must answer yes to life. Though with pain I made my way, still with hope I meet each day. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to life. Just as long as vision lasts, I must answer yes to truth. In my dream and in my dark, always that elusive spark. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to truth. Just as long as my heart beats, I must answer yes to love. Disappointment pierced me through, still I kept on loving you. If they ask what I did best, tell them I said yes to love.
Our closing words are by Parker Palmer. Before you tell your life what you intend to do with it, listen for what it intends to do with you. Before you tell your life what truths and values you have decided to live up to, let your life tell you what truths you embody, what values you represent. May you be known by those values. May your intentions be clear. And may you go in peace and in love. Amen. Join me in saying the words on your screen as we extinguish our chalices. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Catherine has our sung benediction.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
You're invited to stay, and you will be automatically assigned to a breakout room. Visitors are welcome, and you're welcome also to meet our congregation members in that room. It'll take a few minutes for Jenny to do the switch over to the groups. By the way, you can always move from one room to the next if you wish, all right? There's ways of doing that on your screen. Thank you all. Have a warm day.
Uh-oh. Why is there a recording in progress? We're getting recorded, Pat. Oh my God.
Watch what you say. It was a wonderful service.